If I speak up and I go, you know what, Mike, you're right. I'm going to be all in. I'm not just going to be an ally. I'm going to be vocal. I'm going to speak up. And then I do say the wrong thing. There are opportunities for me to get crucified for that. And so what has to be in place organizationally, culturally, in any organization before that person can speak up? And is there something, or how would you go about having that conversation?
I think you're right. Absolutely. And I think in the notion of like vulnerability is definitely sort of at the crux of this, and like being able to take the risk, be courageous, make yourself vulnerable in these conversations, right? So it's a little bit of like, hey, like just sort of walk in their shoes a little bit on this thing and sort of take that risk. And here's the thing I would say though about this is your silence or my silence, right, and not saying the thing, or at least attempting to sort of say the thing, is, in my opinion, so much worse than taking the risk and not engaging in the conversation, right? And yeah, you do put yourself out there and potentially sort of to get some backlash kind of in this space. But I mean, I think open yourself up of like, hey, like I'm coming at this from a humble place. I'm coming at this from a place of learning, from a place where, I would love some feedback kind of as I kind of approach and wade into this topic, and being open to that feedback that comes back your way. Because yeah, I mean, I do this work day in and day out. I still step in it. I step in it all the time and say the wrong thing or don't do it. And what I'd rather do is I'd rather err on the side of stepping in it than not saying anything at all. Because by me just sitting silent or tolerating certain behaviors, it potentially shows that I'm not, I don't care. I'm not engaged. Like I'm willing to sort of tolerate bad behavior in all of those spaces. So yeah, I do think it's worth being courageous and sort of think about it the other way. Like I said at the beginning of this, just put yourself on the other side of the table, maybe at this juncture, and sort of say like, hey, there's people out there that are being courageous, minute by minute in this space.